1 second. Don't apologize. I'm also like reading questions. Someone said, don't apologize for the old shit that's in the past. You can't change it. Just boss up and move on. I think it's still worth talking about, honestly. As someone who's part of the community and part of being a pillar in the community, I want it to be my responsibility to be in the community, to discuss stuff like this, and to make sure that it's a safe community for everyone who's in the community, right? So, I want to start with that. So from there, I wanted to say that some of the shit is true, some of it isn't. I'm gonna get more into that stuff in the Discord. That is in the link in my bio. It's not my public Discord. It's a Discord I made specifically for this. Yeah, when I first came into the community, I was a huge mega flirt. I didn't really understand, what's it called? The disconnect between IRL social norms and internet social norms, because I was new to the scene, new to the community, new to like figuring shit out, you know what I mean? Let me see. And again, this isn't to excuse it. This is just to compare like my thought process then versus my thought process now, obviously. But yeah, when I first came in, I thought it was just like, you know, things were of like an entirely different nature. The community that, you know, now I'm like I want to be responsible for protecting, it was literally just like a shit show or a shit fest of just like being in group chats and being in group chats and flirting and just, you know what I mean? Stuff that back then, because you are in it, because you're part of it, because even me, I was younger, you don't see it as that weird, because of the way societal norms and how including me, people deem things morally, that shit changes. You know what I mean? Like a lot. Let me keep reading these questions. You okay? I love you. Yeah, it's honestly, I'm okay. If anything, I just want the people who've been affected by it to be okay. Cause, let me see. It's okay to apologize. People have made their mistakes. To reflect, to grow up and know it was wrong is the true test of your evolution, which is something I entirely agree with. I mean, yeah, when a lot of this stuff happened, niggas didn't really know, like my background, with IRL stuff was like, I remember like I was a freshman, like when, you know, I was younger, I was a freshman being talked to by like senior girls, and I never thought of it as anything crazy because I was just a societal norm at the time. So it's like growing in this community and learning how we should protect the people in our community and how we should, like, you know, look out for people in our community is entirely different than what, you know, those societal norms that you're raised with, you know, are. Because I'm sure if there's anybody who's my age now, right? Because I'm 22, so like here I am now. This is like years later, but I'm 22, so I'm sure if there's anybody who is my age, looking back to when you were a freshman in high school, you probably know what I'm talking about. Or even a junior, you know, freshman, sophomore, junior, you'd see like 4 and 3 year, even 2 year age gaps between people, like, and it wasn't that weird because that's how it was at IRL. You know what I mean? But I'm kind of glad that societal norms have evolved in the direction that they have to protect stuff like that from happening. You know what I mean? Because when you have a community that you care about, you want to protect those people from that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Even though the stuff happened like a few years ago, you know what I mean? I still think it's worth talking about because, you know, that's what you want to protect the community from. Let me keep scrolling. That shit doesn't define you. I don't think it defines me, but I also don't think it's I don't think it's like something that shouldn't be talked about. I think my biggest flaw, if anything, was never addressing it prior. One of my biggest flaws at the time was constantly looking back and being like, yeah, but this shit is like old, and it's like, why what's the point in talking about it? You know what I mean? You alright? Honestly, yeah. No, I am. Let me see. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through questions also. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Make sure you repair those broken bridges to help your future. Yeah, that's something I'm definitely looking to do, and looking forward to doing, even if it's like a one-by-one thing. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like, I've seen things in the community where it's like, it's a concurrent thing with people who are actively doing it and just being crazy and shit like that. And you're like, what the fuck? This is a kind of different situation because it's like, this stuff that happened in the past and it's not representative of the person that I am now. You know what I mean? So the most I can do is double back and be like this is something from my past that's kicking my ass, and that, you know what I mean, I want to address. Why should I think to move on, you should just acknowledge what happened, let's say, in the past. Yeah, I'd like not to, but I'd also like, you know what I mean, to make my reparations with my community first. You know what I mean? They're the people that gave me my platform, the people that gave me my pedestal, the people that gave me my opportunity to do what I do now, the thing that I love so much. I remember yesterday I was like freaking out because I was like, you know, this means I have to stop making music and all these things. But I don't know, this isn't representative of who I am as a person. This is like stuff from my past that I want to just write by just speaking on it. So it's like, I think it's down to what my community wants and stuff like that, you know?